Hey, this is Al McGee with your entertainment ticket. Well, the film I'm going to talk about right now is called Yesterday. Hey, this is directed by Academy Award winner Danny Boyle. Well, this film Yesterday is about, can we live without the Beatles music? In other words, if there was no Beatles music, how will the world be? Well, really, this story is about a young man. Well, he is Jack Mallet, which is played by Himesh Patel. He is a struggling musician. He's been struggling since high school, trying to make it as a songwriter, trying to make it as a solo singer with just him and his guitar. Well, what happened one day was that all the lights around the world went out for about 10 minutes. But during that time, Jack was on his bike because he had just got out of the car of his manager, and he ran into a bus, or a bus ran into him. And he woke up, 2 teeth were missing. He was in a hospital. His manager, Ellie, which is played by Lily James, well, they were talking. And then he mentioned a Beatles, line. She didn't recognize it. Then he started mentioning Beatles' other songs and lines and things like that. She didn't pay attention to it. Then he asked her, "Do you remember the Beatles?" She said no. He asked other people. They said no. He said, this is kind of strange. Next thing you know, a recording session, one of these guys who you can record in their bedroom, and he makes this record of Beatles songs. And he got a big response from people. He just threw it out there for free. Now, this is 2019, where really music is free, and you really can't make a lot of money selling music like CDs and things like that in 2019. But then Ed Sheeran heard those songs, said, "Wow, man, you're really a great songwriter." He said, "Really? I am?" So he tries to remember all the Beatles songs and try to write down their lyrics. Because remember, nobody, not a person in the world remembers the Beatles. So Ed Sheeran has him to open up. He goes to Russia and he sings Back in the USSR. Big hit. So Ed Sheeran said, "Wow, this is really great." So Ed Sheeran's manager, which is played by Kate McKinnon, she said, "Hey, we can make a lot of money. You're a good songwriter, a great songwriter." But of course, he's feeling with remorse. He's feeling with guilt. But again, Ellie is around. Now, she's not around anymore. Remember, they've been together for 10 years. She was acting as his manager, driving him around and things like that. In other words, she was in love with him, but he was not in love with her. This is where the story got a little bit, undertone for me, because many men would know when a female likes them, they would hop on that. He could not see that for 10 years. And it took him till he almost became a star to realize that 10 years with a beautiful woman, and she does a whole lot for you. And when you are no one, you're living at home with your parents. But anyway, that's part of the film that I said, wait a minute, this don't make any sense. But then too, can the world live without the Beatles music? There was no explanation of the lights that went out. And there were other things too missing within, the realm of reality of humans, at least in that world there in London, England, and then finally the United States. For example, they didn't even know anything about Coca-Cola. And this film was also written by Richard Curtis. He has a few good films that he wrote. But here, writing for this film, I don't think he did a real good job for that. And I feel the world can live without Beatles music. Danny Boyle did not tackle any of those things. He was just really tackling Beatle music and this relationship between Ellie and Jack. That's what he was really tackling in this music. It's a good film to watch. It's fun to watch. And, you know, if you're a big Beatles fan, you like hearing those songs again. But I don't think this guy in 2019 would have been a hit with the Beatles songs all by himself. Remember, that was a group thing, and they had charisma, and they had something different at the time. You know, the long hair. They were from London, England, Liverpool, and places like that. And they were one of a kind. 2019, well, those songs have really been a big hit. Ed Sheeran in this film was very, very good. I love his music, and I feel he's a great songwriter. Maybe that's why they put him in the film. I don't know why Danny Boyle put him in this film when he's very good. And he had a couple of songs in this film I truly enjoyed. And this is why part of the film is worth seeing. I'm only going to give this 2 palm trees out of 4. Just an average film. That's all I'm giving this film yesterday. Just 2 palm trees. Is it enjoyable? Yeah, go see it for yourself. I feel you will enjoy it, but you'll walk out of the theater with so many questions. And a lot of those questions were not answered in this film. Yesterday, just an average film. Hey, I'm Al McGee. Thanks for watching my review. I really appreciate it.
You are watching YETicket.com with Al McGee. Movie reviews and interviews. This is YETicket.com. YETicket.com. Your entertainment ticket.
We are your entertainment ticket. That's right. YETicket.com. We are your entertainment ticket. That's right.